My advice to the aspirants for civil services is to start studying regularly.
The history, geography, details of anything that happens in the news has to be on your tip of the fingers.
And they have to clear their basics first.
A lot of focus on answer writing, essay writing. A lot of people must have told you a lot of things, but I think the most important thing is to take the exam in the perspective that it's after all an exam. People might tell you it's a very tough exam, this exam, that exam. It must come from your mind whether you think it's tough or not so tough, number one. Number two, hard work plays a bigger part. And by smart work, very specifically, I mean that you must go through what UPSC has been doing in the last, let's say, 10 years. The kind of questions asked, the way the questions are framed, the UPSC guidelines about how to write answers, how to write essays. The one negative that I notice in the present generation is too much dependence on the outside rather than themselves. Dependence on the outside means on certain varieties of coaching institutes, certain mentors, toppers, etc. And you lose focus about your own strengths and weaknesses. The one most important thing that people miss out is that the examiner does not know how much you have studied. The examiner knows only what you have written. A lot of focus on answer writing, essay writing, especially on previous year's question and essay topic, is I think the best that you can do.
All aspirants to the civil services must first realize that they are going to go for a public service at the highest level. You are supposed to take the position of a leader in the society, and from that point of view, one has to be very prepared about the awareness of one's surrounding and be able to take the pressure of sudden developments. To this, the preparation has to start right from the beginning. Whether you are preparing for the prelims, mains, or the interview, be sure that you know everything that happens around you. The history, geography, details of anything that happens in the news has to be on your tip of the fingers, tip of the tongue. Prepare in this way that you understand the world as it moves around you, whether it is stock market, foreign relations, economy, geography, history, whatever happens around you, prepare and to learn about everything thereon.
My advice to the candidates is that there is no substitute for hard work, but hard work in a systematic and a planned manner. For that, they have to start working from the very beginning, and they have to clear their basics first. Because if they have the basic understanding of the subject or the issues, it would be easy for them to handle them during the exams or during the interview. My third suggestion to them is that they should focus on current issues which are happening around them, on the subjects like constitution, economy, and geography. So many, these are the areas which are normally applicable in all the cases. My last suggestion to them is they should not keep any stress on themselves. It is if they are under stress, their performance will go down. So for that, they have to give time to some other extracurricular activities also along with their studies. So if they keep a track of their happenings around them, I'm sure they will make success in this exam.
My advice to the aspirants for civil services is to start studying regularly. If you think that you can prepare for the exam in just 2 months or 3 months is not enough. If you consistently read every day, then your information bank and knowledge bank is much more prepared. So the day you listen to this video, get started. That is the first advice. Read 2 newspapers at least, and instead of reading regional newspapers or local newspapers or simple papers like Times of India, I would always suggest read Indian Express explain page, so that you understand, every paper will give its own view about a particular event, but Indian Express explain page gives a clear cut, on a particular topic you get in-depth study. So first thing for civil services, whatever you read, you need to reflect on that. If you have a time schedule of 6 hours, then only read for 5 hours and 1 hour just think what you have studied for the day. If you do not reflect on what you have read, you will not know how much you have retained. So retention of what you have learned is very important. This is my first advice to you. Second, don't forget to be very fit. Your energy level should not deplete. If I start the day in the morning, same energy level should continue till evening. You may read for 6 hours or 8 hours. That is your choice. If you are working somewhere and preparing, that also is possible. Then you have to make a strategy for that.